Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Barnaby crashing out Honey because Lotta was like, girl, even though we're sister wives, you still can't sit with me, and I'm not gonna sit with you. I'm too grown for your ghetto ass mess. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because as you guys know, Lotto has released her new album, honey, Big Mama. And she said it's her last because she wants to focus on family and marriage. And most recently, she basically said that 21 Savage is not married, and the internet was like, no girl, we have the receipts, he's married. We're gonna talk about that in another video, right? So Lotto is letting Barnaby know, girl, I'm too mature for your childish games. I want no part of it. But like hell, you would think that Barnaby knows how to take a hint. Honey, she does not know how to take a hint. Barnaby, leave this woman alone. She's out here working. Like, what's going on with motherhood these days? The girls that have more money, they're getting less rest, less break after giving birth. I don't like this for them. I don't like it at all, right? But anywho, Lotta was on the Breakfast Club and she doubled down on the fact that yes, in my album, of course I was responding to Barnaby because, at the time, she asked me to do a verse for her. I jumped in the studio, I did it for her immediately, and then after I did that for her, the woman was on the internet disrespecting me. Like, hell no, I was pregnant at the time, and I was determined to respond to her. So Cardi B is using her pregnancy as an excuse for disrespecting Lotto. And Lotto was like, you know what? I was pregnant too. And I did respond back to you, and I'm not going to take that back. And I love that for us. I love that Lotto is saying she meant every word of it. And she also said that yes, she would be open to having a discussion with Cardi B, but not right now. So that woman was diplomatically telling Cardi, leave me the heck alone. But like hell, Cardi B is refusing to read the tea leaves. She's refusing to read the room, just like how she's refusing to read Stefan Diggs when that man is saying, honey, you're just another baby mama. Just like what Offset told her, like, oops, I win, you're just a baby mama, right? Stefan Diggs is telling her the same thing. And now she's over there crashing out on the internet, begging Lotto, like, girl, the girl's girl, she did this to Megan Thee Stallion, didn't she? And Megan Thee Stallion took it, did not fight back. So, after the Breakfast Club interview, Cardi B went on Twitter. Another Twitter rant. That's what I'm calling it. Man, I think she's resting a lot, sleeping a lot, because the statement that she posts on Twitter, it's either she's well rested or someone wrote this for her. I don't think she wrote this. I think someone wrote it for her and they tried their very best to write it in Barnaby's language, and they messed up. This is not how Barnaby speaks. When she speaks, she makes absolutely no sense. And that's just the truth. She makes no sense when she types, right? She says, I truly understand how you feel, and that's exactly why I chose to apologize publicly, because the disrespect became public. Became public? Became public? Are you are you serious? No, she further states, on that call, I didn't even mean to call you that. I didn't mean any harm. Who remember when I said last week that she's always disrespecting people, and if you don't know how to catch it, it will completely go over your head. She's always doing it, and she means every part of it. She's not sorry. She's not sorry, not one bit. No, she's not. She's not. Anywho, after she said, I didn't mean any harm, she further states, There's a difference in what I said versus what I meant. What I could have said was you was too forgiving and gave too much mercy in that situation. But honey, that's not Cardi B way of speaking. Cardi B is ghetto. Ghetto. She doesn't use those phraseology. Oh, Latto, you were too forgiving. Can you imagine Cardi B on the phone cussing out someone and saying, I'm not High Spice. I'm not Latto. Latto is too forgiving. That's not Cardi B's way of talking. That's not her speech pattern. So come on. Someone wrote this for her. God bless their hearts. They're trying, Barnaby. Whoever wrote this for you, I think it might have been Culture. Culture is more intelligent than her mom. But that's the way it should be, though. That's the way it should be. No, she further states, after she said, what I could have said was you was too forgiving and gave too much mercy in that situation. You're not diplomatic. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the heck up. She should have saved the text, saved the embarrassment, save us. We have things to do out here, right? We have things to do out here. We really have things. We're on the watch for the next. Man, I tell you, Stephen Diggs has a baby mama out here, because we're on month 6, the sweetest month in the year. The babies are already out here. He's really good at hiding them. He's good at hiding the new pregnancies. I guess because I'm going to tell you guys what I think. The pregnancy is here already. Cardi B rushed to the court to shut down Tasha K because if Tasha K talks about it, the rest of us are going to talk about it. And if Tasha K creates any paper trail of it, it will be found. Stephen Diggs definitely has baby mamas out here. And so Cardi B is so hormonal and crashing out all over the place, having diarrhea. Now, after she said gave too much mercy in that situation, she then further states, but it was a heated conversation. But what does that have to do with Latto, boo? What does that have to do with Latto? Latto didn't have any control over your tongue. It was a heated conversation and your excuses? What's your excuse? It means that that's literally how you see Latto. And because she jumped and she did that first for you so quick, you didn't see it as kindness because no one has ever been kind to you. Everyone has always used you, manipulate you, and control you. And the moment that someone is kind to you, you see it as repulsive. Latto was kind to you and you were repulsed by her kindness because you're allergic to kindness. Those men can trick you and say, let me heal you, girl. Let me heal you. And you'll fall for that nonsense. But when someone is being genuine and being kind to you, you're so repulsed by it because you're not accustomed to kindness. So as such, you don't know how to accept kindness. So, that's how you literally see Latto. That's why she doesn't want to sit with you, Barney, and you need to get that in that thick skull of yours. This woman wants nothing to do with you. Right? So let's continue. So, after she said, but it was a heated conversation, and she said and I let my mouth get the best of me. When the call came out, I was 8 months pregnant, who cares? Just released an album, who cares? And was extremely overwhelmed and emotional. Who cares? That's still not Latto's problem. What did Latto do to you? This is very, very telling. Exactly as I said. Whenever those men are treating her bad, she takes in a, ooh, why am I sounding like Barney? When those men treat her badly, she takes it out on other people. And that is what she was doing in this case. But she doesn't have the backbone to admit it. She has a fractured skull to type something, but she's missing the backbone. Anywho, boo. So after she said she was pregnant and extremely overwhelmed and emotional, she was like, that's not to excuse what I said, but you know where I was in my head. What? That's not to excuse what I said, but to let you know where I was in my head. Girl, please, please. She says, I genuinely felt bad about what happened. She felt bad. She's not feeling bad today, but she felt bad at the time. She's not feeling bad today. So why is she typing on the internet? Why is she posting it? She felt bad. She felt bad, and she did not back it up by saying, and watching you doing this interview, expressing how you feel, I'm still feeling bad about my choice of words. They were not the best choice of words. And as such, I need to do better with my choice of words. She's still not taking accountability for her actions. And this bird brain queen thinks that people are stupid. Like, bitch, shut up and leave us alone. Like, please, we're on the watch for the next baby mama. Can't we have some peace, honey? We need some peace, you know? So she said that is where she was in her head. She then says, I genuinely felt bad about what happened. She felt bad. And she says, in 2025 and 2026, I made multiple attempts to connect. Lana doesn't want to speak with you, Barney. She said, I spoke with your manager, your sister, and even text you directly to take full responsibility. I always had in the past love and respect for you. Do you see how intentional she is? She can't hide her true colors. Even when she's trying to, she can't. She cannot. She said, I always had love and respect for you. I always wanted to make it right, but making it right looks different for both of us. I wanted to connect with you, but you wanted to address it on your album. Ooh, girl. Save it. Save it, save it, save it. Why didn't she go to Latto directly? You know, she reached out to Latto. She reached out to Latto's sister, Latto's manager. Guys, I tell you, and I keep telling you all this, Cardi B is an entertainer. She's not an artist. She's not. She's not a girl's girl. Exactly, I've been telling you guys. And I said to you guys that her true colors are gonna show, because after a time, people are gonna realize that there's a pattern with this woman, and the pattern is consistent. She really hates other women, and if they're not living a life of misery and chaos like her, she's gonna hate them. Latto, she might be a sister wife, but if she's living a life of chaos and misery like Barnaby, absolutely not, honey. Absolutely not, okay? But anywho, boo, you fool who you want to fool. You ain't fooling us. And like hell, you ain't fooling Latto. You ain't fooling that woman. So you're accustomed to having your way, but Latto is not giving you the liberty of having your way with her. And I love that. I love that for the internet. What about you guys? Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.